Alright, so guys, hey, how's it going? It's Billy here. As you can see from the thumbnail, I had a pretty decent haul at our local Goodwill thrift store. I was just talking shit on how terrible the thrift stores have been, at least for me in my area, this past summer. I had one decent haul, that psychedelic haul that y'all saw. And it was that's it. It's been pretty dry. So I went in. It's been 3 days ago. Went into my local thrift store, and the bins were completely empty. They were bone dry, and there were a couple CDs, but I mean there were absolutely not one LP in the bins. So I stopped a guy who actually was the manager. I didn't know he was the manager, but I stopped him. He was walking by. And I said, hey man, what's up with your media section? Where's all the albums? And he said, oh, a couple times a year we come in, we clear everything out, have a huge media sale, and what doesn't sell, we clear them all out and make room for more. He said, we actually have 2 boxes of LPs in the back. We can't get to them right now. They're behind a bunch of clothes. We need to get the clothes out first, and then we'll be putting those out. I asked him if he had any idea as to how long it might be. He said, I don't know, check back tomorrow. So I was like, well, thanks. He wasn't, I could tell just by the way he was talking that he wasn't going to run back there and dig them out. And I didn't want him to have to go through that anyway. So like I said, this thrift store is just a few minutes from the house. I went ahead and stopped back in the next day. There was nothing. I had a photo shoot last night. Or it was 2 nights ago, because I didn't have time. I had a photo shoot 2 nights ago and last night, and didn't have time to make this video. So this was actually found 2 nights ago. Stopped in 2 nights ago, which would have been the next day, and lo and behold, there was a little stack of records in there. It wasn't full by any stretch of the imagination. There looked like there may have been 100 records or so in there, and I was like, cool, they put these out. Hustled back there, and I knew from the first record that was sitting right on top. Matter of fact, I actually snapped a picture on my phone and texted it over to Diggy, and I'm like, it's going to be a good day at the thrift stores. So anyway, this is what was on top. Fleetwood Mac, Rumors. This is, you guys know about this. Why do I need to go through all this? But guys, when I tell you these records are nice, I mean they are nice. They're not your normal thrift store hacks. These are great. Great records. So I'm just going to go through these and show them to you here. Cat Stevens, T for the Tillerman. Just a great record. Songs like Where Do the Children Play, Wild World. Let's see, Father and Son. Father and Son is my favorite on that one. Sorry guys, I'm filming with a new camera, and it's actually off. I'm seeing the video off camera, so normally I like to see where I'm showing things, but I have a display monitor over here to the left, just off camera. And it kind of throws me off. Normally I'm able to see things right there by the lens, but so you may see my eyes wandering here a little bit, but I apologize for that until I get used to it. This was an awesome one. I literally started jumping up and down when I saw this. This is The Who, Who's Next, and not only is it The Who, Who's Next, it is a gorgeous copy on the Decca Records label. Does have a little bit of ring wear on the back and some damage, but the front's great. The album itself is immaculate. I was stoked to find that. By the way, all these were 50 cents. It's crazy. You go through such a dry spell, as you guys know. I mean, I've talked to so many of you. Guys like David Michael seem to find stuff like this all the time, like week in and week out. So when you do find stuff like this, you have a reason to get happy. Eagles, their debut, and this is the original gatefold edition. Very, very nice copy. And there was another pressing of, or not another pressing, but another Eagles record in there, Desperado. Love the textured cover. I mean, I've got these, but it's always great to have them. I'm still trying to get, when I go left, it goes right. There's the Eagles Desperado, America, Horse with No Name. Like I said, I'm just flying through these. If there's something that I feel I need to talk about, I'll go ahead and stop. Mamas and Papas. This is one I did not have. A very, very nice copy of a pretty desirable record. This is a later pressing, hence the well, it won't focus now because I've got the focus box set here. So, hence the gold record award there. So, and then this one was very cool to find. It's presented by Papas and Mamas, which has the face swapping cover on it. Kind of interesting and weird, but there's the gatefold there. Very, very nice condition on that one too, which I imagine a lot of those got banged up and beat up. Beautiful copy of Crosby, Stills, and Nash. This is, I believe this is their debut. I'm not a huge Crosby, Stills, Nash fan, but like I said, I'm pretty sure it's their debut. And to find a clean copy like this, I'll give it a listen. There's also this inside of it, which I imagine probably didn't make it too many copies there. Probably not hanging around too much today because it was just an insert, a paper insert inside of the gatefold. So that's a very nice one to have. Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of that type of music, but I definitely am open to listening to it. Deja Vu. Go this way, Billy. So there we have Deja Vu. Again, nice, clean copy. Gatefold. And sorry I'm not showing these labels, but this is on the Atlantic green and orange label. And then one you see all the time, but I still really absolutely love this record. Lionel Richie, Can't Slow Down. You know, this has All Night Long, Penny Lover, Stuck on You, and Hello. You know, those big songs of the 80s. And there's the gatefold on that. This copy was just super clean. I mean, just about as mint as you could get, and especially when you're on the Motown. When you start talking about thrift store records, that usually just does not happen. Y'all know how I feel about this. Waylon Jennings, greatest hits. Again, I keep looking at the display monitor here, but there you go. This is on the RCA custom Waylon Center. Another one you see quite a bit, but in great condition. I'm never going to pass it up, especially for 50 cents. Kenny Rogers, greatest hits. So many great songs. What a great singer. Couple Moody Blues things here. So there we go. In Search of the Lost Chord. This is a nice, nice clean gatefold. And then this one, I'm not familiar with, Seventh Sojourn. I don't know. I'm probably pronouncing that completely wrong. Andy can fill me in on that. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, Andy. But again, nice copy. Not a huge Moody Blues fan. Did not have that one. Went ahead and picked it up. This one I was not familiar with. It's Justin Hayward, John Lodge, Blue Jays. Kind of got it just because the cover, you know, because of everything else in this collection. I went ahead and picked it up because all the rest of the stuff I kind of dig. So this I very well may dig. Oh, it does have a gatefold on it as well. So there we have it. stuff that I typically would pass up. John Denver, but I did not have this one. It is an original press of Rocky Mountain High on RCA Victor. There we go. Gatefold. With lyric, oh, wrong way. Lyrics here. And then Prayers, or Poems, Prayers, and Promises by John Denver. This one I did not have, but it has a copy of Let It Be. This one has Take Me Home Country Roads, so I picked that one up as well. I mean, I have John Denver Greatest Hits, but I figured, you know, for 50 cents I was going to pick them up. Same thing with these. The Hartsfield, I guess I was going to say Hartsfield Band, but it's just called Hartsfield. I knew nothing about it, still don't know anything about them. Looked them up. Apparently, classic rock. Went ahead and picked it up just because. Give them a spin, and who knows, might enjoy it. There were two titles by Hartsfield in there. That last one that I shown was their, I think it may have been their debut. It was an earlier one from '73. This is from '74. Very best of Gordon Lightfoot. Again, see these all the time. This one, even though it's called Very Best of, it must be early best of, because I don't recognize a lot of these. And you know, like for me, I'm not. He's probably got 50 records. I don't know, and I'm not the biggest Gordon Lightfoot fan. But you know, songs like Sundown, the record, the Edmund Fitzgerald, you know, songs like that. I really do. If you could read my mind. Great songs. Speaking of Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, it is on this record. So I picked this one up. It's Summertime Dream. I left a couple there. I mean, there were probably half a dozen Gordon Lightfoot records in this lot, but I just picked up this one because it did have Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald on it. And like I said, I'll listen to these, and who knows, there may be songs that I'm not familiar with that weren't radio cuts that I may enjoy. This is Cold on the Shoulder. There we go. And that is a, I just realized that's a quad copy there. So Chris over at Dixieland Farms. It's on the Reprise label. Chris over at Dixieland Farms would enjoy that. And then I picked this up from my sister, Larry Gatlin and the Gatlin Brothers Band. Greatest hits, songs like Broken Lady, Sweet Becky Walker, I Just Wish You Were Someone to Love, The Delta Dirt. Great stuff. I have a copy of this, but it's in a different cover, a different layout. And wanted to pick this up for my sister, who also collects, because it is such a great harmony band. Really good country stuff. And then last but not least, this is a country comp. It's called Denim. I had never seen this one before. But it has songs like Willie Nelson's On the Road Again, Hank Jr., Texas Women, Don Williams, Fallen Again. Let's see, what else is on here? Mickey Gilley, Headache Tomorrow, Heartache Tonight. Side 2, Roseanne Cash, 7 Year Ache. Fire and Smoke, Earl Thomas Conley. Somebody's Knocking by Terry Gibbs. I remember that one quite well as a kid. And then Rest Your Love on Me, Conway Twitty. Really good stuff on there. Comp that I didn't have. I love those country comps. So there is my Goodwill haul. Actually, hang on one second. I'll be right back. There was actually a bunch of 8-tracks here as well. That they're over here. I need to pick them up and bring them over. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I grabbed those 8-tracks. Like I said, I found those there. 3 days ago when I went, there was absolutely nothing. And then I found the records, and it's a good thing I didn't just grab those records and scat out of there, because I looked up to the right and there was a tray, had some 8-tracks, some beautiful, absolutely gorgeous 8-tracks, and this thing is not going to focus, I can tell you that, because I got the focus locked like an idiot. But it is... Let's see, it's not going to focus. That's the only bad thing about having these. I need to get a macro lens that will focus. So anyway, this is Jerry Reed, the best of Jerry Reed. So There we go, if you can see that. Fly through these real quick. Dolly Parton, The Seeker, We Used To. These are all in great condition. Charlie Rich, Original Golden Hits. There you go. Another Charlie Rich, There Won't Be Any More. From one Charlie to another, Charlie Pride, Sweet Country. Go that way. Some more Charlie Pride, The Best of Charlie Volume 2. There we go. Ronnie Millsap, Daydreams About Night Things. And Just in Case. There we go. Love that song, Daydreams About Night Things. In the middle of the afternoon. It's got this one, Olivia Newton-John. Got that for Ben over at Ryan Rocks. I didn't get it for Ben. I got it in kind of honor of Ben. He's a huge Olivia Newton-John fan, so figured I would give this one a shot. It's Olivia Newton-John, If You Love Me, Let Me Know. Then there was one CD that I did pick up. Taking me back to the 90s, I guess. Prong, Cleansing, which this totally like stands out amongst all the rest of this stuff. But you know, a band like Prong, nice clean CD there. Prong with all this other classic country stuff. And then it gets weirder, folks. A couple 45s. They had a little bitty stack of 45s in there, some 7-inch. Original Quiet Riot. Come On, Feel the Noise. And Run for Cover on the B side. There's Come On, Feel the Noise. And Run for Cover. I picked this one up. There were so many great songs, but this was one that I actually remembered getting in the 80s. It was one of the first records that I had went out and bought in a single in a 45. I mean, not one of the first, but one that it vividly stands out in my memory of picking that one up and love that record. Still do to this day. And then this I picked up just for shits and grins. It's I don't know if you guys had the old Showtime pizzas in your neck of the woods. But we had a place called Showtime Pizza around here, and they had a band called the Rockafire Explosion, the little animated band. And this is, I guess, a birthday song and Heartaches featuring Duke. So, different. I don't know. So we'll see. It probably plays like absolute garbage, but I thought that might be something pretty cool to bring home for 50 cents. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Constantly working to get production quality a little bit better here. I think it looks a lot better. The subject there's not much we can do about the subject, but the production quality working on. I just need to get some new lights. Some color balanced lights. These lights are a little bit warm for my liking, but things are coming together. I thank you guys for subscribing. By the way, you know, I just rolled over 500 subs a month or so ago, and I didn't want to let that go unnoticed. But you know, there's so many contests going on right now. I'm definitely not going to do a contest, but I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for all the subs. You know, all the friendships, all the fans, followers. It's really cool. But I do have something planned for my birthday, which is coming up in January. I've got something that I want to do. Hopefully the contests all sort of die down. We'll do something big for my birthday, kind of in the same way Miko did last year with his 40th. I'll be 44 this January. But again, I just want to thank you guys for hanging in there, for always watching, subscribing, commenting, liking, some of you doing this. Hey, that's all cool, whatever. But thanks for always tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time. Take care. Peace.